Hi, Luminaires. How's everybody doing today? Perky, happy Monday. Yay! My name is Jamie Butler. I'm here at the Center for Love and Light in Atlanta, Georgia. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to see energy and spirit. You with me on this one? Come, join me. I might be catching the Eastern Standard Time Zone from commuting. For those of you who are making it to work, which is kind of nice to get a reprieve. I have not seen the news today or anything, but I am expecting this kind of shelter in place kind of a announcement to where you guys, well, we'll all need to hunker down. So, a great thing to do while you're hunkered down. Right, Cece? Hey, Dave! Peggy Sue! Christine, Shelly Ham, all the Luminaires. Love you guys. Jennifer, hell yes. Hi, Vicky. Oklahoma. I love you guys. Finland, Rika, you're there. How's it going? Going okay? It's good to hear. So, here we go. You ready? You want to see with your eyeballs energy and spirit. Have you ever heard of the Magic Eye books? I brought some examples. Remember this stuff? Magic Eye. It is a computer-generated 2D piece of mumbo-jumbo multicolored stuff that doesn't make any sense when you look at it. Let me show you some. They come in all kinds of designs. Look, this is funny. This one is the Visions of Notre Dame. Kind of guess how much I'm in love with this book. How funny, right? Okay. Oh, I just hit my camera. So, Magic Eye. You can find them online and you can print them out. They don't have to be color. They can be black and white. And the type of eye focus that you need for this is a combination of relaxing and focusing. And that is the same type of eye muscle use I want you to do when you're looking for spirit. Got it? So when you're doing Magic Eye, there's several different ways that you can approach this. Even the first page will give you intense instructions that you can put your nose in the center and then stare at the tip of your nose as you're pulling back from the image. So you end up a little cross-eyed. You know, you're doing this and you're kind of pulling away from the image. And what will happen, the image will get blurry and then your eyes try to adjust, but you're doing your best to relax but stay focused kind of in the space in front of this image. And this 2D image will then blend, like peel out into a 3D image that you can look into. It might be a dolphin, a ball, any kind of scenery, a fast car. I've seen giraffes, llamas, anything. It still has all that same coloring, but the defining of the shape is 3D. Magic Eye helps work your ciliary muscles in your eyeball, and the ciliary muscles are the ones that contract and release so that you can focus. And we want to get them at a certain place where what it's looking at is focused, unfocused, and allowing too much light in. So let's go over the parts of the eyeball. Do you know the parts of the eyeball? This is supposed to be an eyeball. Here's an eyeball. So we have the iris, we have the pupil, and all of this helps adjust light. So the black part of your eyeball, let's do it that way. When light is shining on, you've seen this, it gets very small. When it gets dark, your eyes get really bright. When they dilate your eyeballs to look in the back, they want a big pupil. I want you to have a big pupil when you're looking at subtle light energy. Because it's allowing too much light into the back of the eye for what it's looking at, it's going to burn an image into the back of your eyeball where your retina is, through the lens to the back of the retina, to the rods and cones. And the rods and cones in the back of your eye manage color, black and white. When those get overstimulated, they tend to carry that image. That's why those optical illusion games are so much fun, where it's like, stare at this image for 20 seconds and then look away. And the image shows up magically on the wall that you're looking at, but it shows up in its reverse color. And when it shows up in the reverse color, that's the Gansfield effect, where you're seeing the complementary or reverse color vision. So we're going to call that Gansfield effect or that reverse color a scientific phenomena and nothing to do with paranormal. When you're beginning to see subtle light energy and spirit, we're just going to call it straight up scientific, not paranormal. When you get more into it, you're going to see that sometimes the complementary color that's shining around the object is its light, is its subtle light energy. And you'll get used to that. But at the beginning, let's just chalk that up as science. Okay? So now, when you go to look for energy, whether it's off of an inanimate object, like a key, or an animate object, let's say like a plant or a leaf. Task right now, everybody have a hand. God, I hope you do. If somebody out there that doesn't have both your hands, I love you so much, and I'm sorry if I am imposing. If you have a foot, that'll work too, and a blank piece of paper. Okay? Find it. Just scramble. Scramble, guys. Hustle, hustle. Blank piece of paper and a hand. You're going to put it right on top. You can kind of see through mine. It's my QR codes for PayPal. Okay. So blank piece of paper, hand on top. Now what you're going to do is you're going to look at your hand. So you might have to tilt your head down. The name of the game here is we're going to exercise your muscles and not your neck. Often when we look at something, we do this big sweep. Oh, what is that? Oh, look over there. It's very dramatic, and the head does all the work. We don't want your eyeballs to do the work this time. So when you're looking at your hand on the paper, I want you to keep your head still. You're going to start at your wrist here, and you're going to use your eyes. You're going to travel up and around your thumb, up and around your pointer, middle, ring, pinky, all the way back down. And I want you to do this journey 3 times around the hand, just the edge of the fingers. Keep the head still. Relax your body, guys. We're going to have some fun. Roll. Do the Buddha belly. I love it when we have soft bellies. It means energy's moving freer. Take a breath. Keep your eyes going. And then when you're done on the 3rd round, I want you to rest your eyes just right in the back of your hand here. It's not going to be right on the skin. I want you to imagine there is a spot about 2 inches above your hand, floating. So see if you can train your eyes to look at that spot right in the air, right above the backside of your hand. Chill out a little bit. Keep your eyes open. Now it's time when you're there, no blinking. Relax your eyes, look at that nothing space above your hand, and then kind of let the outer edges get foggy or disappear. Kind of like when you're staring at a star in the night sky and that's the only one you see and all the other stars disappear. I want that because we're contracting the ciliary muscles, but we're leaving the pupil open, so we're allowing too much light to look at something that we can't really see because I'm asking you to look an inch above into space. And so what's happening is we're doing a lot of muscle twitching, small muscle twitching in the eye because it's like, what are we looking at? Wait, I don't see it. Wait, what? Oh, it's the air, but there's nothing there. I don't have something to focus on. Because guys, we've trained ourselves our whole life to look at something to focus on. Now I'm going to ask you to look at air to focus on, but slightly above whatever object that you want to see the subtle light energy. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Did you see any shift or any change around the outer edges of your fingers? Let's see. Lisa's reporting to me right now that Michigan's going on lockdown tonight. We love you, Michigan. Utah. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Susie from Manitoba, Canada. Manitoba is so much fun to say. Hey, Daisy Lou. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the audio glitched. I am Sensei Butler. Oh my God, that's pretty funny. Rod Bravo. I am Jamie Butler, not Sensei. I see stuff, says Phil, but out of the corner of my eye or when I'm not looking directly. See, Phil, that's a thing. When you're not looking directly, peripheral vision um, glitches frequently, right? Because it's not our focal point. So I want to train you guys to bring that peripheral kind of glitch right in front and not focus on something, but in the space right above it. Okay, I am forwarding down a little bit. Reminds me of when I used to learn to see auras. Yes, this is it. Okay, Michelle says it's kind of glowing whitish yellow. Nailed it. Oh, Amber, you can almost see your energy field or aura. Yes, this is what I want. Cindy says I see a bit of gray. Is that the aura? Barrett says, yes, this little glow that you're going to see around your fingertips and between your fingers is your energetic field, and you can call that your aura. In general, when you're first starting out, what you're going to see is this whitish yellow. It reminds me of the gas fumes that when you're pumping your car, it's kind of warpy, but it doesn't have a color to it. Or when you're driving on the road and the heat is kind of warping up off the road. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like that to begin with. And the more that you get in tuned with it, the more that you'll see color. So now, one of the best places to do this, the best environment, is the worst environment, and that's with fluorescent lighting. So fluorescent lights are just, in my opinion, terrible. But they flicker and they flash. We don't really see it, but our eyes are managing it. That's why we get overly stressed in fluorescent lights. We get tired, our eyes get weak, we can get headaches because your eye is bombarded with the flash of light constantly, but it's not registering, consciously. Okay, so with that flash of light, it wears down your eyeballs and they get tired. That white light that the fluorescent light gives off is a beautiful glow for you to practice seeing energy. My first time when I would go practice, I would go to the meat section at any grocery store because it had the fluorescent lights. People stood still long enough to pick the best selection of meat, and I could stand back from them and watch. And what was nice is when a person is shopping for something in particular, they know what they're going for. They're reading the labels, they're really intense. Their energy field tends to thicken up. They have a purpose. They're looking for an outcome and they're driven. And that kind of energy makes it thick, so it's a little bit easier to see. Like if you were in class and you were practicing on your teacher, or if you were at church and you were looking at your minister or your preacher or the bishop. Perfect times to practice this. So find a meat department right away. No kidding. I'm a vegetarian, so I would always be very lost in there. I don't know how to buy meat. I still call a friend when my husband's like, babe, can you pick up meat? And I ask somebody, can you please pick this out for me? And I show them on my phone. I know, weirdo, right? Okay, here we go. Hi again, Rachel from New Zealand. Ooh, Paul seeing a white shadow. Sarah, I got a little headache. That happens. If you're getting a headache, stop immediately. Don't need to proceed. Lori, a translucent glow. Oh my God, Mary Anderson is just like, I'm flat out seeing color. Guys, white with sparkles. This is all subtle light energy. This is super exciting to read this. Same here, whitish gray. Oh my God, whitish yellow. Okay. I gotta take a deep breath. You guys are exciting me. This gets even better. You ready? Okay. So when we're seeing those colors, the grayish, the yellowish, the whatever hues, that color is color-coded for your convenience. You can match that color to the chakra in the body, and you can look at what characteristics does that chakra hold. So when we're seeing yellow, yellow is the solar plexus. That is the me chakra, all about me. So when you are studying, when you're collecting knowledge, when you're laughing your ass off on something, when you are letting your personality shine, you turn yellow. When you're a bit of a prankster, you turn like a gray poupon kind of color. That's almost like this Peter Pan colored. It's a mustard color. When you're sulking everything's wrong and you're in a vicious cycle and it's yuck, then your yellow will be dark. It'll be muddy. If you're just coming out of a therapy session and you're learning more about yourself and it's like, I feel so empowered, I really get this, you have this shiny, polished yellow light that comes off of you. So when you're seeing this around your body, it lets you know where you are and where you're focused. Again, let's go back to the Gansfield effect or the mirroring effect. When you're staring too long at something and the rods and the cones in the back of the eye are overly stimulated and it burns, the image burns into the back of the eye and it reverses the color, the complementary color. So if we look at peach here, our skin tone, or if you have a beautiful dark skin tone, what is the complementary color of this? I mean, really, I need to be asking, what's the complementary color to our skin tones? I just don't know these things. So peach is kind of like an orangey, so I guess it would be like blue, purple kind of a color. I don't know. And with darker skins, maybe it would be like a whitish kind of hue. It's good to look up. Please research. I don't know everything, but I do know a lot. So if you're seeing blue, that's not going to be the complementary color to your skin tone. Neither would red or green or orange or white. So this would be really good for you to celebrate that you've just seen some subtle light energy. Let's take it into the next test. Do you have a house plant that would allow you to use a leaf? Let's find out. I've got one behind me. It's a ficus. I always ask permission to grab a leaf, and if there's a leaf that the plant would like to give me. Everything that holds life force and grows has energy, so I like to be very kind in my conversation with them. I'm the daughter of a tree farmer. Here we go. I'm asking my plant, do I have permission to have a leaf? And is there one you would like to give? I'm really looking at this one. Thank you, ficus. I love you. Thank you. Okay, got one. This is it. I want you to do the same thing and place this leaf on a white sheet of paper, lay it flat. I want you to keep your head still. You're going to start at the bottom of the leaf and three times again, you're going to go around the top and around the bottom. If you don't have a leaf, wait for it. One day you might be let out of your home to see a leaf again. I'm kidding. You're going to be let out of your home. Look all the way around. You're going to see a different kind of light from the leaf than you will with your body. Now, once you've identified this kind of light, I want you to, this is always gets sad in class sometimes, we get a little teary-eyed, but we're going to now tear this leaf in half. And then you're going to lay it flat on a piece of paper, just half of it. And as you have half of it on a piece of paper, it's kind of perking up, you're going to follow your eyes again, keeping your head still, go around the leaf, and then rest back in the middle, but not on the leaf. You're not going to be looking at it right there. You're going to be just above it, just above your focal point. And what this is going to do is a little bit of magic. I don't know if anybody can move as fast as me and find an indoor leaf and cut it in half. But keeping your head still, keeping your eyes open and not blinking, relaxing your shoulders, put a smile on your face, you're having a good time. And then rest your eyes right in the middle. You'll observe that the light from the leaf will still emit a full leaf shape. So this is something to really kind of ooh and ah at, that even though the leaf is torn in half, the energetic body is showing a full leaf. Some of you it might look like a shadow, some of you it might look bright yellow, or lime green, or even blue tinges. But the complementary color to green is red. So just while we're at the beginning of this, if you are seeing red off this leaf, I want you to say, that is a scientific fact. That is the Ganzfeld or mirroring effect, and that is not subtle light energy. But you will find later in your practice that there will be some leaves that do have a red glow to it, and that will be its subtle light energetic body. So what happens to people when they lose a limb or they have an organ removed? Their body is still shining the light. Like with an amputee, the arm is still energetically present. It kind of pairs up with the studies done of why people still have itches or pain patterns from limbs that no longer exist, because the energetic body can still stimulate the nervous system and send signals. They call it phantom or ghost signals. Mary Anderson, I did see a yellow light come from my mom's feet once before. Coolio. I saw a green of a tree flash orange before. Oh my God, you guys are into it. Makes sense when someone loses a leg and they feel it still. Yes, our body is still shining that. Okay, now there is one more exercise I want to go over so that we can take what we've practiced just with our hand, with a leaf. Both of these are still animate objects that hold life. I want you to find an empty wall, and you are going to stand in front of it. Of course, you'll need, or find a friend, not a victim. Oh my goodness. You'll find someone who wants to play with you. You can even do this with your animal, but they don't take good directions very well. But kids, all of this very family-friendly fun. Find a blank wall that doesn't have a wallpaper pattern, preferably a light wall, beige, tan, white, cream, all of those are great. If you can find a wall that has natural light showing on it, even better. If you can't, that's fine. Look for some overhead lighting and not direct light at the person who's going to be standing on the wall. You want them flat against the wall. So if you need to move some furniture, let's rearrange. You're going to put them flat against the wall, and you're going to stand about 6 feet away. If it has to be further, it can. If you wear glasses, leave them on. But if you want to try with them off, that's fine too. And you're going to do the same technique that we just talked about through your hand and the leaf. Okay? You're going to stand and square off with the person who's standing against the wall. You're going to keep your head still. You're going to relax your body, and you're going to smile. These things do help. Start at the base of the feet, look up and around the person and down. You can move as slow as you'd need. I prefer you wouldn't move quick. Slow can wear down the eye. So we're trying to tire the way the eye normally looks at an object and give it a different way of using it. It's just like our intuition is a heightened awareness or heightened sense of our traditional 5 senses. So when we're trying to see subtle light energy, we don't want to use our eyes like we do every day. We want to tweak them a little bit to where they're tired and they're not looking at the surface of the body. They're going to be looking at a spot just in front of it. So you'll go around the body 3 times, and then you'll rest here in the center of the heart, but you're going to look out and away. If you can convince your friend to strike a pose on the wall, people who've been in my class, we know this one well. Saturday night, right? Dun, dun. Oh, you can't see my fingers. I am booking it. Okay. Or maybe a pose where the elbow is out away from the hip. If you can get them to pose for you, I would like for you to look in between these dramatic empty spaces between 2 body parts. Here is great. Ear to shoulder is great. If the arm is up, try between the elbow and the rib cage. Here. And you're going to soften your gaze, and you're going to leave your eyes open, and you're not going to blink. And you're going to look midair. You're going to start to see the glow, and when you start to see the glow, I want you to count down from 3 to 1. And you're going to go, okay, I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, the person who's standing against the wall, they're going to get out of the way. They're going to duck, crawl away, or they're going to run away, but you're going to stay right where you were focused-wise. Don't follow them. Don't follow them. Stay right there. Have them run away, and what you're going to see is residual energy. So whenever we're standing in a place or move out of it, when we've had a good conversation in one area and we leave, the person who comes behind can still feel our conversation because there is residual energy. Like we talk about this a lot. Everything is energy. Thought, intent that goes behind the thought, the power of the words, all have vibrations. So as I'm talking to you and I'm throwing this all out, it's falling into this space, into my rug, into this chair, into my office. My office has held years of me discussing this conversation. It has it in its bones. So what you're going to see on the wall after that person leaves is their essence, their energetic field. It's pretty awesome. Then you might notice at this time, not only do you see glows, but you might see pockets of light. A blurb here, a color here, a blob there. So I want you to take note of a few things when you're seeing subtle light energy. First of all, don't freak out that you're doing it. You're amazing and you can do this. Just relax. You'll see a blob of color. Take note of what the color is. Blue? Okay, it's blue. Let's pretend it's blue. Blue comes from the voice. Blue is honesty. It's the place of forgiveness. It's a vulnerability. It's communication. Let's say location. That's the second thing I want you to pay attention to. Where's the location? Maybe it's resting on the head. You saw this blob here, or right in front of their face, or tucked on their armpit. And then look at what does that body part do? How does it move? How does it engage in the world? So if it was resting on the head, we could say, wow, that person is doing a lot of thinking, right? It's processing a lot of stuff that they're about to share, that they're about to put to words, lecture, they're prepping, right? Then I want you to look at the quality of the light that you're looking at. Is it sharp? Is it fuzzy? Is it round? Is it dull? Is it muddy? Look at the quality of the light. That quality will kind of put that twist on what the meaning is. So if it's sharp and it's coming out, like jabbing into the surrounding, like the rays of sun. All right, what does the ray of sun do? What the ray of sun do? What does the ray of sun? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna repeat this like grammatical error just one more time. It shines on all. So it's trying to give or enlighten or to get into the environment. So when the energy is coming off really sharp, they are really trying to reach out and be in their environment. If the energy is soft and cotton candy-like it's fluffy and you feel like you could pull it apart, it might be used as a security, a gaslight kind of a thing, a blanket, a technique of, please don't look at me right now, like there's other things I need to be doing, I'm just trying to get through this. Head down, keep going. You know, there's a lot of that going on. For some people, it's a survival technique that they use. Those are the three things I want you to look at. And just use some common sense. If you get stuck, go, what does that color mean to me? Why do I like it? What does that part of the body do? How would I use it? And kind of marry those two concepts and then look at the quality of light. And just kind of roll with it. Let your imagination come into play to help you with some of these definitions. Don't let your imagination run away from you, because then we lose the truthfulness in our work. But we do need it to kind of ice or color, because that's where our intuitive self is. Intuition and imagination live in the same space. You can decide who sleeps on top or bottom. I always love that line. But they need each other to work together. So don't completely shut down and go logic on me, because you'll turn this all off. The moment you pause and go, oh my God, I need to understand that more, and I got to get really close to it to understand this. How does it work? You're just going to choke it all out. It's going to disappear again. So be cool. Be light on your feet. Put a smile on your face. When it's all said and done, then you can go back and analyze it. Then you can go back and say, did I really do that? Or do I have a problem with my eyes? Or am I crazy? And then you can think about that all you want. But that, my friends, is the very first basic way that I like to teach people to learn how to see energy and how to see energetic fields And then you're going to take that and you're going to apply it into seeing spirit, because you can ask your spirit guides to stand against the wall and look for them energetically. At any time you get dizzy, you have a headache, your eyes hurt, stop. Stop. It's a new technique. Your eyes can tire really quick. So come back to it like in an hour. Come back to it the next day. You don't have to rush this. Guys, we've got 2 weeks together. Okay, that's my long-winded speech, and hoping you guys play around with seeing some energy. I've really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Where are you guys at? Annie Monticello, thank you for all you do. Annie, you're very welcome. Thank you for being there. If you guys didn't log on, I wouldn't be coming back. Or maybe I would. It's just nice to know somebody's listening and I can offer something new. Love it. Amazing. You guys are so much fun. Lila, I can see it more easily when people are in videos or photos. Whoa, that's awesome. I bow to you on that one. To me, it takes a little bit more effort to be able to do that. You got that. That is a good psychometry aspect. Psychometry is when you can hold an object or look at an object and receive psychic impressions from it. That's awesome. That's what I would use when I was solving murder mysteries. That was another part of my life, working with forensics and things of that nature. If you're not seeing color yet and you're just seeing the whitish glow, party hard, because you've already done half the work. Keep coming back to it and you'll slowly start to see the glow. The more you hound yourself and say, why am I doing this? This sucks. Everybody else can do this. I'm going to focus even harder. Yeah, my friend, you focus even harder and you're going to make it all go away. So give up a little bit. Just go, I don't care about this. I want that I don't care attitude, but in a healthy way, because that is so very useful when it comes to being engaged with subtle light energy. If you have an agenda or an outcome, you can just choke it right on out. It's called subtle light for a reason. It's very, very subtle. If you engage with it and you're like, I don't care, you can do what you want, I'm just going to be here, I'm just whatever, then you're going to have a relationship with it, because you're not trying to dictate and control, because that energy that you push out will just dampen the rest of the experience. You guys are so much fun. It's helpful. Oh, good. I'm so happy it's helpful, guys. Lisa Tan, always look forward to seeing you. Love the videos. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. For all the new luminaires out there that are finding this channel for the very first time, thank you very much for being here. Please like the page, follow the page. It really helps in the work that I'm doing. We're looking at publishing some books coming out, and of course they're always like, well, we need to see your social media numbers. I don't think that is a good measurement. I feel like we're all in the same boat, needing some insight and guidance, but that's the way they measure things these days. So I'd really appreciate it. We're also going to be launching a donation button, since the center works strictly on individual light worker sessions and our event space is closed down and probably will be closed for the month of April. We're going to be asking our community if they would like to support us in any way that they can. We truly appreciate it. Now is the time where we're all kind of holding everybody up. Okay. Nicole, kind of like hearing the background from a photo. Yeah, the psychometry. We could do some psychometry. We could do some, what did I have on my desk earlier? I was laughing so hard. Oh, I put it out. I had my twisted, bended fork. Sometimes when I'm out to dinner, I like to bend the spoons and bend the forks. It's a bad habit, but it's so much fun using the energy to melt and twist them. So maybe we'll have a spoon bending party. Brandy, is this much the same way you can aura, or do you still need photographs? Yeah, you don't need a photograph. This is the way that you can see auras. I used to hang out with a dude who developed one of the cameras and had computer equipment. And I would look at the person, tell him the color, and he would rig them up to the computer, and then all the colors would print out. And he'd look at me and he'd go, I spent all this money on this and designing this, and you're just sitting there seeing it. He's like, I was like, I know, it's not for everybody. Really, this is not for everybody. Guys, it's kind of difficult. Once you kind of work to turn it on, you need the responsibility of when to use it, not let it consume you, and to agree that you came to be human. So do that one first before applying all of these other extra sensory things to guide you 100%. Like, don't give way to your mind and your opinions and your needs to what Spirit says. They tell me a lot of stuff, and I listen and I love it, but in the end, I ultimately make my own decision. And I think that's what keeps me so grounded. I don't lose myself in this. Don't lose yourself. Carolyn Spear, thanks Jamie for doing these. I'm new. Oh, hi Carolyn, welcome. I love this, sending my love to you. You guys are wonderful. Remember, you can always come back to these videos, slow them down, watch them, do it in real time. Same with the meditations that we've been doing, especially the one yesterday, where you burn your body off and get connected to Spirit. It's pretty intense. I'm gonna keep making the videos, Vanessa. I can hear them but not see them. Oh, really? I used to, but not anymore. Why? Vanessa, sometimes our belief systems change and our needs change. My guides left me when I was younger, and I said goodbye to them. They didn't try to educate me or anything. They're very respectful to you. So it might be a phase of your life where you're going to gain more from hearing and not seeing. But if you were able to do it before, please know that you are able to do it again. And maybe something simple and playful like this is going to be the thing that puts it back into your life. You guys are so good at fingers to keyboards. It's just like, wow. Shannon, are you going to do that pranic healing class with Ursula in May? I think I'm going to postpone now. I know, right? I got a lot of things I'm working on here, but I do want to take pranic healing. I take Reiki and I teach Reiki and I love it. And I've been dabbling in the pranic healing world, which is another phenomenal energy healing technique. So Shannon, I'd love to know where you are in that. I've been thinking about it, actually. It was just yesterday, Sunday. Debbie, do you know what pinkish purple orb means compared to a small snowball? Compared to a small snowball. Well, a pinkish purple orb, pinkish, heart-centered, compassion, love. Purplish is that translation to the beyond. So pink and purple would normally be a loved one, someone that would probably know you intimately. That's why they're showing up in a pink hue. And purple showing that they're meaning to guide you or help to enlighten you in some manner. Compared to a small snowball. I'm going to take that as a white one. A white one, when I see the white ones, I tend to ask, is that a dust particle? But we can do a whole nother show on that. A show. It's not a show, but it's Facebook live stream on orbs. White tend to be the flash or reflection off of sunlight onto dust particles, bugs, or insects if you're doing night vision. So if it's a perfect circle and it has a nice line around it, I will consider that an orb. And that could simply be a guide or a spirit trying to get your attention or say hello. Ashley's in. She wants to bend some spoons, guys. Let's do it. Lawrence, hello, beautiful. You're fabulous. Hi. Katie, I'm glad you're laughing. Leah, my keys seem to be bent at times without me doing anything to them. My car key bent in my pocket. Can my energy do this? And how? Guess what? It can. I've seen it. How's it do it? Here's a key. Inside this inanimate object, inside any inanimate object, is more space than matter. But we're not taught that. So we like to think it's solid matter. And so our belief system around it is like, it is so solid, you cannot bend it. But when we're in tune with our energetic self, we can call forth those small molecules that are making the mass, and we can pull it aside and we can call out that empty space. And that's what we do with the spoons and the metals. And we can collect all that empty space together, and then the metal gets soft and it can end up bending or warping or twisting. So we do that naturally when we're in our energetics. And you can even blow out light bulbs. You can burn out your computers. You can stop watches. Hence, I don't wear watches anymore. It's just a waste of money for me. Though I love knowing what time it is. It's just a hassle. So that is what's happening. Jenna, what's your take on using cannabis with seeing? Does it just depend on the person, or is it always helpful or not helpful? I love it. It is going to depend on the person, because each person uses their energy quite differently, and their belief systems and how they grew up and their levels of anxiety and stress, very, very different. Each person uses their body and their instrument to perceive energy. So if you are altering your instrument, of course, it can help or hinder. If you're somebody who gets high and has a smile on their face and they're like, life is so good, I love this, and it kind of takes you down a notch and you feel open and expansive, it's going to help you. If you're somebody who takes a hit and then just kind of feels this, and then your heart starts to race and you're like, what is this? I'm out of control. I'm not my normal self. And you start to wonder, when am I going to get over this? And did I do too much? And how's that going to be? It's not going to be helpful to tap into subtle light energy. It's not just going to bloom out like an LSD trip or anything. So I do consider cannabis extremely helpful. I do consider some of the LSDs, I hope my parents are watching, I love you guys. I do consider them helpful. Psilocybin, mushrooms, things of that nature, all in moderation, all in microdoses. I believe they're extremely helpful in getting you out of how you perceive your life and your control, so that you can create a different relationship with spirit, with energy, with your perception of all that is. So as long as you're safe and it's in moderation and you have someone who's caring for you, I respect it. If you're coming in haphazardly, I'm going to no you. We have somebody coming into the center. I've been by myself all day. It's so cool. But it is about time for me to sign off and say goodbye. I love you, Luminaires, so much. It's Janet. Come here, Janet. Janet, oh, here, we'll do 6 foot. Look, watch. Janet, come say hi to the Luminaires.
Hi, Luminaires.
And it's Scott.
Scott's here, too.
Where are
Right
we?
here.
Oh.
There.
Oh, hello. We're still here. We're still alive. We're good.
Actually coming to work. Look at all your hearts. It's so good seeing them. All right, Loomies, take care of yourself. Remember, this is not woo-woo. It's true. Practice as long as you're having fun and it's playful. The moment it becomes work, set it aside, guys. This is not the time to apply your disciplined and processed brain. This is the time to apply your childlike, like little kid energy. I love you. Be well. Take care. Bye.